I always welcome innovation. I always think it's a real positive. I think that you have a tried and true and tested currency in Bitcoin, and Libra is new. So there is some risk to it, and they haven't been tested, and it might be hacked like day one. Um, but the other thing that I'm concerned about is Libra is centralized, and a big part of the value of currencies is that of these new currencies is that they are decentralized. I mean, if you're going to play around with Libra, you're going to probably you just have to trust Facebook to be a good operator. And I think I would under Zuckerberg, but if he ever moves out and there's a new CEO, I'm not sure I would trust them. Given the choice, do I want Bitcoin or I want Libra? I want Bitcoin. I want a currency that is tried and true, that has been battle tested and is decentralized, open, transparent, and global. The Bitcoin blockchain, never been hacked, knock on wood, and that technology is on the rise, and all the best engineers in the world are working to improve the Bitcoin blockchain and all of the ways that we can work with it. And they're moving away from banks and the way we operate with them. And so the best security will be with Bitcoin. Every economist I know has written their book, and they don't want to change it, even though what they should be saying is, whoa, this is so cool. It's amazing. This can be a whole transformation of the economic system. Instead, they're going, I wrote my book. This is what I've taught everybody. This is the way it is. I'm never going to change it. And so those are the people who have a vested interest in keeping things the way they are, but progress moves ahead, and they're going to have to adapt. So tell them to write another book. I think we're getting there. We're going to go through a bunch of fluctuations, but really one Bitcoin is still worth one Bitcoin. All these other currencies are fluctuating against it as they slowly drift away and become useless. I see a future where we don't have to pay the credit card companies 2.5% to 4% every time we buy something. It's not the credit card companies, it's the banks, and they're the ones who are trying to gang up and get rid of Bitcoin. The blockchain is distributed. It keeps perfect records. It's completely transparent. That's going to change the nature of what accounting is. And of course, the accountants will feel threatened by that, and they'll do something to try to change it. But technology kind of wins all the wars. And this is one of the great technologies of the world. We are all going to be so much better off. So you're going to see fluctuations over the next couple of years because of the various pressure points that are happening, and they're going to come and they're going to go, and they're going to come and they're going to go, and I'm just saying, hey, by 2022, 2023, Bitcoin's going to be at least 5% market share of the world currency market, and that seems actually a little conservative. And that means Bitcoin at that point is a $250,000 token.
Are you concerned that the Facebook Libra coin will result in a truly... Oh, wait. Okay. It's gone. It's gone. And it's gone. Oh, there it is. It went down. Are you concerned that the Facebook Libra coin will result in truly decentralized permissionless coins like Bitcoin getting replaced? If they can build a truly decentralized permissionless coin, I will frickin' join the board of Facebook. They can't. Yes. This show is sponsored by Paul's MacBook Pro. Woo! Facebook can't do that. The 5 pillars, or if you like, the broad principles of the types of blockchains we care about are open, borderless, decentralized, neutral, censorship-resistant. You can add to that publicly verifiable, immutable. Could I have a bottle of water at some point, please? Thank you. And Facebook can't do any of those. Why? They're not an open source project. They're not operating across different countries. They have legal jurisdiction in specific countries. And in those specific countries, there are laws about what you can do with money. Laws that Bitcoin doesn't have to deal with because it's an open source, decentralized project that doesn't have anyone you can stomp on to stop them from doing the things that we're doing. But Facebook does have people you can stomp on. So as a result, they say, let's do an open network where anyone can join. And all of the regulators in every country go, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Actually, that's not how it's going to play out. First, they're going to have a committee meeting inside Facebook, and they're going to say, let's build a completely open, decentralized cryptocurrency. And the lawyers at Facebook, who outnumber everybody, are going to go, whoa, 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 whoa. We can't allow that. They can't be borderless because they have to abide by the regulations that prohibit transfers across borders without know your customer and anti-money laundering. They have to vet every participant in the transaction. They can't be neutral because they can't just transfer value from anyone to anyone for any purpose. You can't buy certain things with money through the traditional payment systems. Now you're probably thinking, drugs. Well, yes, in some countries, drugs. In Saudi Arabia, it's Bibles, right? In every country, it's a different set of moral codes, some of which you agree with, some of which you don't. And we don't allow the morality of different countries to impose a single set of rules that are the least common denominator. We don't say, well, in one country, it's actually illegal to pay for a driver's license for a woman. We can't have women driving around on their own without a guardian. Plenty of countries where that's the case. So we actually have already a system that does not abide and is not regulated based on the least common denominator of all jurisdictions, and that's the internet. But you can't do that with money. Facebook cannot be neutral. Facebook cannot be censorship resistant. There is a requirement in law to censor transactions of certain types. Try it. Go to your bank tomorrow and send a wire transfer to Ahmadinejad and see how long your bank account lasts, right? Not allowed to do it. So Facebook cannot build an open, decentralized cryptocurrency because they're prevented by law to do so. No company can do what Bitcoin does. So what do they really compete with? What they really compete with, and who should be terrified by this, are banks. Because banks are currently now squeezed between a rock and a hard place, or a Bitcoin and a face coin. Because on the one hand, they've got an open, decentralized, lawless jungle zoo of cryptocurrencies that they can't play in, they can't compete, they can't co-opt, they can't sue, they can't buy, and they can't even get the government to shut it down, even though they've been trying. So that's out of bounds. And then the thing they pride themselves the most, which is being progressive technology companies, well, Silicon Valley can do better. And if you think Facecoin is coming, so is Apple Coin and Amazon Coin and Twitter Coin and every other Silicon Valley giant, Uber Coin, Airbnb Coin, whatever. Everybody's going to get into this game eventually, especially if Facebook shows that it's successful. And suddenly the banks are competing for the same fundamental financial services with a whole bunch of Silicon tech giants who not only know how to do user experience and user interface better. I mean, imagine banking plus Candy Crush together. The banks will lose a whole generation of customers. I remember when I was a customer here in the UK, NatWest was giving out toasters to students in order to get us. And guess what? I got a toaster. Yes, sir, I got a toaster. It was a crap toaster. It was. It was like one of those really, really cheap Argos models that fell apart within 2 months. But I still got a toaster, which is more than I can say about my Greek bank. But imagine what goodies Facebook can give you. And the best part of this is that they have to compete with these giants who actually have perfected the art of using artificial intelligence to tickle your dopamine receptors. And they're going to deliver banking to you. Now, this is a horrific surveillance capitalism dystopia in which everything you do will be tracked, all of your payment information will be sold to everyone everywhere, and destroy your privacy, destroy democracy forever in all developed countries. But for the banks, it's worse. Their profit margins are going to go down by at least 8%. And that's really serious.
I will say that obviously I can't see into the future, but what I do think that the Libra coin will do is introduce more people to the ideas of cryptocurrencies as a whole. So I'm kind of hoping that the Libra will be a sort of like a gateway drug to getting into really truly decentralized projects like myself, of course.
Please understand that using Facebook is the abdication of everything that we have worked for almost 10 years. So understand what it is, let them do what they want, but please God, do not accept it as your standard of currency. It will be the end of your freedom and the end of your privacy.